Scorpio, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you're a subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for joining the Steampunk Psyche community, okay? If you're brand new here, hit that thumbnail. Come on in, check out the readings. I have laid down some new ones in the last couple of days for mutable, cardinal, and fixed signs groups, individual reads, and also individual reads themselves. So if you're cross-watching, you might want to check those out and see if the energies apply to you. So Scorpio, we're going to take a look right now at your present energy, okay? Once again, I thank you so much. I will leave some videos at the end of this video that you can just, jump over there to quickly if you want. So Scorpio, what is in your present energy right now? Present energy, 12, 22. 222 may be significant for somebody. We're in Capricorn season now. New moon started. Okay. Right now, your present energy seems to be the Page of Swords. Perhaps you're pulling back from a situation, waiting on some information to come in, or you're ready to share some information. This also signifies maybe a newness of some kind of a movement towards something. You could be a younger person as well. The page is kind of symbolizes a youthful spirit. I'm going to clarify, but your Page of Swords is, like I said, kind of this experimental. You're in this experimental type phase, maybe, or a state, right? Everything is a state at one time or another. Transition of some kind. But passionate, okay? So this could be you, your energy, all right? All right, so Scorpio, what is your crossing challenge? What's the crossing challenge for this Page of Swords energy here? What kind of challenge are we looking at? How about that? The Sun. Your challenge is finding your happiness, finding your joy, finding your peace. Okay? This is not a bad thing. The energy it's like, it's hard to be happy sometimes, right? But I think what I'm getting is, since your energy is this youthful kind of spirit, it's where am I going to direct this joyfulness to? What direction is it going to go? I have so many ideas, right? Scorpio energy, fixed signs. So perhaps you're in this state of mind right now, like I said, with this new moon. It has a tendency to like your brain's chattering 90 miles an hour, but your body's tired. We go into this darkness phase where we plant the seeds of our ideas. And so you're laying in bed and you're going, man, I got to get up and do something. We got to do this. I got to do that. But your body's just not willing like your mind is. So you may be in that kind of state. You're doing fine. You're joyful. You're happy. Things are going okay. You just need a direction to put that. So this may be more about patience and trying to understand how to direct that energy. So if this energy applies to you, stick around. If it doesn't, don't try to make the shoe fit. It's just a reading. But we'll keep on going here. So what lies underneath for Scorpio? The foundation. What's underneath? What may be a hidden energy that Scorpio needs to be aware of? Very appropriate. The temperance, the balance, right? Like I said, you're trying to alchemize this information that you've got. And trying to transmute it into something that's more positive for you. So there's a lot of focus in the pouring of the cups, right? It's that balance of your spiritual side. You could be looking into more spiritual aspects of things, awakenings. You could be studying that type of information. You could be that type of person who is a leader, a guru of some kind. When we have two major arcanas like this, one being the challenge and the other one talking about temperance. So it kind of leads me to believe that maybe you're a more higher authority. You're well spoken or well versed, perhaps in spiritual things, religious things. We could also be talking about maybe the timeline of a Sagittarius somewhere in your midst. Could be. Okay, so that's the underlying, the foundation there. Anyway, so your next card is your recent past. Scorpio, what is the recent past? What's the significance of your recent past? Scorpio. Okay. You put an end to something. There was a sudden death, a sudden ending. This could have been a relationship of some kind that ended. It could have been like a lack of communication. Something was just cut off. And perhaps that being your challenge is the joy. Maybe you're still reminded of whatever that was. Like I said, you'll just have to try to fill in the blanks for me there. So, but there was something in your recent past that just came to an end. And I'm saying, you know, your spirit being that page of swords, I kind of feel like it could have been some communication of some kind. You know, you could have been waiting on something to come in. That may have been that Sagittarius in your midst, what's lying underneath, perhaps. And it doesn't have to apply to just Sagittarius. It could have been whatever relationship or whatever, you know, you had going on with a particular person or a situation. Okay, so that was a recent past. Let's look at the possibilities for Scorpio. What's the future possibilities for Scorpio? One door opens, another one closes, revolving doors. So what doors are opening? The possibilities for Scorpio. Okay. There seems to be some kind of a collaboration here, right? Somebody's on their soapbox there. They're sharing ideas with each other. So a reciprocated some kind of information. We could be talking about a job, work related, maybe. Could be talking about a friendship. There could be some kind of a third party involvement in this past situation that lies underneath as well. Doesn't have to be, but maybe some kind of outside influences. I don't know, maybe there may be some external sources that are about to come to you. Your challenge is the joy, you know, the sun card. So it's remaining in your balance, remaining in your happiness, remaining in that state of mind. That's going to be the challenge, okay? Your crossing challenge coming up. So maybe something about this, this Three of Pentacles here, may be part of that challenge because that sits in the possibilities, okay, of what could be. So keep in mind that coming up, where there may be a cumulative effort that comes towards you. Maybe multiple people come towards you and offer you some kind of an idea, offer you some kind of something, but there will be some kind of reciprocated conversation. Could be text, could be a pigeon flying in, leaving a message, however that happens, but something in the possibilities there is going to be this cumulative type, I cannot get that word out, but conversation, right? So of some kind of collaboration in something. And keep in mind your challenge card being that, you know, the sun. So this will really challenge your happiness or challenge your joy or your position. Maybe it'll relieve your anxiety or angst, but it also could challenge that as well. So it could go both ways. So what does the near future look like for Scorpio? What does the near future look like for Scorpio? Okay. The near future. We have the King of Wands. There could possibly be some kind of a romance involved, okay, in the near future. What's around the next turn? You know, the King of Wands is a very passionate kind of energy, okay, an emotional charge. So I'm saying that with that collaboration, there seems to be a passion behind it. So this may light your fire. Remember I said that you're in this page of swords energy, a very youthful, ready to go. And I talked about the moon being in this, you're in this situation where you're just anxious, but nowhere to direct that energy. feel like something's coming for you. You know what I mean, Scorpio? And something that's going to light your fire. You're going to be very passionate about it. This could be a romance coming in, but it could also be that idea with the Three of Pentacles. You know, it could be that there is something that's coming that's really going to pique your interest. Now, keep in mind, like I said, it has a double side, right? Um, you put an end to something in the past, right? Uh, you put an end to something, so keep in mind that we don't want to see that kind of, you know, that may be why I'm trying to say to you, if your sun card is your challenge, make sure you don't revert back to that Ten of Swords, okay? All right, so Scorpio, how are you showing up in this? Whoa. Okay. I was about to ask before it come flying out, and it's funny that I just said that too. Be careful. You're still guarded about it, right? The Nine of Wands come out to say, "Hey, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa." So that's what I was trying to say. This could be a very enticing idea, okay? With the King of Wands energy, it may sound very fiery. It may ignite something in you that has that illusionary effect. Maybe this is too good to be true. And so you're going to be kind of guarded about that. That's you. That's how you're showing up in that kind of guarded situation. This may be taking place now. Uh, for some and some it may be, like I said, we just passed the near future cards, so this could be coming up. In other words, you're going to this is going to maybe bring out some things in you, like I talked about with the Ten of Swords, saying that it may remind you of the past or something like that. And so the Nine of Wands talks about those battles, those scars, those things of the past. But the Nine of Wands is still showing up as the warrior, as the one who is learned now. I have been there, I've done that, and so I learned my lesson. Excuse me. And I feel like that's how you're going to come out of this. Okay, you're going to know you're going to feel this. This King of Wands energy. It's going to spark your interest or whatever it is. And this Nine of Wands is your protection. It's kind of like your internal side saying, "Hey, remember when this happened, right?" So keep that in mind. Okay. So what is in your environment, Scorpio? What's in your environment right now? You know, you're showing up as the Page of Swords, this, youthful spirit, ready to go. Your energies are high, and your challenge is being the sun, try to remaining in that balance, in that place of happiness. All right. So the Six of Cups wants to show up in your environment. So you may be feeling some signs of, like I said, if you're in this right now, that makes sense as that King of Wands, this romantic, emotional. There may be some nostalgia taking place. This could be relationship related. Okay, this could be something out of that third party right there, that Three of Pentacles collaboration that's really bringing you into uh, your love, but it's touching your love buttons in some way. Reminders of the past, a nostalgic past. Could be talking about somebody coming back from the past in your environment right now, which could be part of the Three of Pentacles, the third party scenario coming back. That doesn't necessarily have to mean that it's interrupting what's taking place now, but maybe somebody is coming back from the past, um, that kind of gives you that nostalgic kind of feeling, something, something there. So, all right, so that's the environment. What are the hopes, fears, wishes, and worries for Scorpio? Okay. Hopes, fears, wishes, and worries. Okay. The hopes, fears, wishes, and worries. You have the Emperor energy. Okay. We could be definitely talking about Aries here. So maybe there's something in this recent past that involved the sign Aries. Doesn't have to be, but the Emperor energy is a very masculine energy. Okay, it doesn't have to be. It could be feminine in their masculine energy, but something in this energy is very masculine. And as far as hopes, it would be that maybe you're thinking this nostalgia, right? This nostalgia here, it could be saying to you, hey, I have to remain in my masculine position. I have to really stand firm, stand for my convictions, stand for what I mean with this third party situation, whatever it means. Like I said, if this is talking about collaboration with people, it would be I'm going to stand my ground, uh, on when we collaborate. My ideas are good ideas. Okay, if it's talking about a third party situation where there maybe some other people involved with romance or a type of romantic gestures or whatever, then it's asking you to really remain in your emperor position. Okay, your remain in that stable. You've already been to the pony show. Let's say you've already had some wounds. You've already had some past, and so you're going to make sure you stand up for yourself. Make sure that you are firmly planted and that you got your best foot forward on this deal so that it serves you and not everybody else, right? Okay, so Scorpio, this is your outcome. This is your direction. This is the outcome and direction for Scorpio. Once again, generosity, sharing. Okay. So like I said, this three of Pentacles has a couple of energies and just a couple of things to maybe watch out for. One would be that you are definitely showing up. Your Page of Swords was your present energy, okay? And that youthful, young, experimentative, and ready to take on the world. You're ready to take action. Um, you're ready to move forward, and this could be work related. This could be relationship related, is what I'm getting here. So, and then there's this super generous spirit as the outcome here. So there's going to be a reciprocated effort. Okay, whatever takes place, whether this is relationship or whether this is work related or idea related towards a collaboration of some kind, whatever that may represent for you. But like I said, the outcome seems to be this Six of Pentacles, very generous, very giving, nature, nurturing yourself, self improvement, and I see that with your challenge, being the Sun card. Okay, so definitely a fire energy involved there. So with the King of Wands also having that fiery energy too. Those salamanders up there represent fire, being in the fire and moving from the fire. And your wands also represent that same, I've been through the fire, so I'd say pay attention to those kinds of things. But so far it looks really, really good. Everything looks like it's working out in your favor. You're standing your ground, and your challenge being the Sun card. So what I want to do is I want to clarify this Six of Pentacles if we can go any further with it, okay? So I want to know this generosity and this Pentacles. What else is the outcome and direction for Scorpio? The 10. The 10 of Cups, okay? So whatever this means for you, there is harmony involved, okay? There's harmony. This could be talking about family, talking about relationships. It could be talking about, that beautiful relationship that reciprocates back and forth. The house on the hill, the river down below, the children dancing, playing. But it represents something that is very harmonious and balanced and forthcoming. There's nothing dishonest about this. So good read. Really good read, Scorpio. I am super, super stoked to see that 10 card come out like that, especially when you clarify. So awesome, Scorpio. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, would you? If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, cross watch, check out some of the other energies if there's a particular person or that situation that you're looking for here on this collaboration that we saw. Go check out some more of the Scorpio videos. I do have the mutable, fixed, and cardinal signs already laid out, and so find the timestamp on those. Some of them are done that way, where I just did the timestamp in the description box. So find them, slide your finger. Anyway, I love you and I appreciate you showing up at Steampunk Psyche. So I hope I get to see you again on the next one. Okay. All right. Bye bye.